I remember I was chasing this guy all around my school, and no joke, my eggplant was hanging out like no tomorrow. Literally, it was like a third leg. And as I'm running around chasing this guy, I start to panic because this guy had all my clothes, and everyone in their classrooms could see me running around with my eggplant out. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name is Bubba, and welcome back to a super embarrassing story that honestly I did not want to tell because I could probably get arrested for. But this story all starts off back in high school, and this was my grade 10 year. Now in grade 10, as you guys may know, I was a massive player. I was absolutely ruthless, and I was a menace. No joke, I didn't care who the girl was as long as I had the opportunity to do the Devil's Tango with her. I was gonna do it, which sounds really bad, but you gotta understand, it was just me being a player and I didn't know any better. But going on with the story, I remember in my grade 10 year one time, I noticed that there was a girl in our school that was super hot. I was literally just walking down the school hallway with me and my friends, and I noticed this girl in the corner of my eye, and it caught my attention so quickly to the point where I turned around and looked at the boys and said, yo, guys, do you guys know who that girl is? No, I think she's new or something. I've never seen her. Well, I'm gonna go talk to her. So that's exactly what I did. I ended up walking up to her and I said, hey, like, do you go to this school? Oh, no, I don't. My friend goes here, but like, I like to visit sometimes. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, hi, like, my name is Bubba. Nice to meet you. I remember me and her, we ended up shaking hands, and I started talking to her, and I even gave her a compliment saying that she was really hot. When I said that though, she started to blush and she said, oh, like, do you have Snapchat? I ended up telling her yeah, and I ended up giving her my Snapchat. And well, one thing led to another. I basically scored this cute girl's Snapchat, which, I mean, was a way for me to start interacting with her. In a way, it was like getting a girl's number. It's a big deal, okay? But after that whole thing happened, I remember I walked away from her, and me and the boys, we ended up heading to our next class. But as we were walking, I remember I decided to turn around real quick and see where that girl was headed towards, and I ended up seeing a guy walking up to her, hugging her, and then kissing her. At this moment, I did not know what to say or what to do because she said she was visiting a friend, but do you really kiss your guy friends, ladies? No, I don't think so. So automatically at this point, I'm like, damn, I just got a Snapchat of a girl that was probably taken. But also on the other hand, like I said earlier, I was a player, I was a menace, and I did not care. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was still gonna hit her up. I remember when I got into my next classroom, I ended up shooting her a message saying, hey, like, it was super cool seeing you in the hallway, but also I got a question. Yeah, what's up? Are you like seeing anybody? Or are you single? Oh, I'm like 100% single. Why? What's up? And at that moment, I remember me and her, we started to flirt over the phone like a lot, to the point where I finally asked her, oh, like, I mean, if you're down, do you want to like meet up after school and like hang out for a bit? She ended up saying sure. And well, after school that day, that's exactly what happened. I ended up meeting up with her in front of the school after school that day, and me and her, we started walking towards the mall to basically just hang out and go on a little cute date. And I remember as me and her were walking around, she ended up looking at me saying, oh, like, Bubba, do you want to like maybe come back to my place? Yeah, sure, I'm down, is what I told her. And me and her, we decided to walk straight to her place, which was not far from the mall that we were at. And right as we walk inside her place, we realized that no one was home, and this was the perfect opportunity to do the, well, I mean, you guys probably know what I'm about to say, to do the Devil's Tango. At that moment, me and her, we went to her bedroom, and that's exactly what we did. We did the Devil's Tango. And right afterwards, I remember she got up and went to the bathroom. I ended up putting my boxers on, and I started to look around her room, because if you leave me alone in someone else's room, there's a good chance I'm gonna snoop around and see what's going on, because you can tell a lot about a person just by the way they have their bedroom. So as I'm walking around looking and seeing everything, I ended up noticing her mirror that she would do her makeup at, and there was like a bunch of cute photos on the mirror. But right as I look at one specific photo, I knew that this girl was definitely lying to me about being taken, because right as I look at that photo, I recognized the guy that was in that photo, because it was the exact same dude from my school that was kissing her in the hallway. At that moment, I remember she walks back into my room and she looks at me and she says, oh, like, what are you looking at? And that's when I pointed out at the picture and said, yo, is this your boyfriend? Because I saw you kissing him in the hallway today. At that moment, I remember she ran up to me and took that photo off her mirror, and she's like, oh, like, yeah, I mean, it is, or it was, I guess. I don't really know. I was trying to break up with him, but like, I just never had the guts to do it. So like, I don't know. Can we not talk about this? At this moment, I ended up looking at her saying, well, I mean, if you want, I could just tell your boyfriend for you. No, you cannot tell him anything. I'm serious, Bubba. If you say one single word to him, I will make you regret it. Okay, relax. I'm not gonna say anything, is what I said afterwards. But let's just say say the next day, things got kind of wild. Because I remember the next day at school, I ended up walking down the school hallway with me and my friends. And as we were walking down the hallway, we ended up going into the cafeteria. And as we were walking into the cafeteria, the dude that was supposedly her boyfriend ended up walking in front of me saying, "Yo, Bubba, can I talk to you for a second?" Yeah, sure. What's going on? Well, like, everyone's saying that yesterday you were hanging out with my girlfriend at the mall, and I was just curious. Did anything happen? No, not that I know of. We just saw each other and hung out. That's it. Why? Okay. I see you. I get it. That's how you want to play it. We can play it that way. And he ended up walking away from me. I remember me and all my friends were like super confused on what just happened, but then not even 2 seconds later, he ends up coming up to me with a full-on milk jug, which I have no idea where he pulled this out from, because who just has a milk jug in high school? But he basically pulled out a milk jug and he ended up pouring it over my head as if we were doing the water bucket challenge back in like 2012. Like, it was so weird and so random how he just did that. And I remember I was so upset to the point where I was like, bro, like, you're actually such a loser, dude. Like, it's not my fault she wanted my eggplant more than yours, okay? At that moment, he just stood there frozen and he was like, wait, you seriously did my girlfriend? Are you kidding me right now? And yeah, let's just say we were about to get into a fight, but then the principal came and supervisors came and we ended up basically getting torn apart. And then that's when the principal told me, okay, Bubba, I'm gonna need you to quickly go take a shower. Seriously, hit the showers, get the milk off you, and just change into your extra clothes you have, okay? Yeah, okay, whatever. And I remember I ended up going into my locker, picking up the extra clothes I had that I would use for PE class, and I took it and went to go take a shower in my high school. Now, if you guys don't know, in my high school, there was like shower rooms where you could like take a shower in and stuff, and I ended up going in there and showering because obviously I had milk all over me. But I ended up leaving the clothes outside on the bench near the lockers inside the change room, and well, right as I came out of the shower and I put my towel on, I ended up seeing the dude that literally poured the milk on my head, and he said to me, yeah, you think your eggplant's so good? Well, let's see if everyone else likes it. And he ends up running out of the change room with my spare clothes that I had. And at this moment, I was furious, so mad to the point where I would just want to absolutely destroy this guy. So I ended up chasing him down and I ran out of the change room with my eggplant hanging out and just sprinting for this guy like nonstop. No joke, he basically made me run around my entire school with nothing on. I remember I was so upset and I just kept chasing him, kept running after him, and no joke, so many people in my school saw me through the classroom windows of me running around absolutely naked with nothing on. I remember it got to the point where he kept yelling like mean words to me and stuff, the guy I was chasing, and he ended up running to the end of the field outside. So I'm outside freezing cold with absolutely nothing on, and he ends up throwing my clothes at me saying, hope you learned your lesson, Bubba. At that moment, I was so upset, but I put on the clothes as fast as I could. And I remember as I turned around after he threw my clothes at me, I ended up realizing that there was like the cheerleading team all standing there watching me getting changed. Yeah, one of the worst things that's ever happened to me, and honestly, I will never ever be a homewrecker again. But if you guys never had this happen to you, then just follow for more embarrassing stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.